Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 1967, number of strings that appear as substrings in Word. This is a relatively simple, easy problem, so here I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. Given an array of strings pattern and a string word, we have to return the number of strings in patterns that exist as a substring in Word. And in case you know what a substring is, it's a contiguous sequence of characters within a string. For example, if we take this string, we can form a substring with the characters A and B because they are contiguous, but we can't form a substring with characters A and C because they are not contiguous. So let's say that we're given this input. We want to count the number of patterns that we have in the word ABC. We have A right here, we also have ABC, and we have BC also. We don't have B here, so given that we have 3 patterns in the word, the result in this case is 3. My first intuition was to look at the constraints. We know that the length of the array patterns can be up to 100. Every pattern can have up to 100 characters, and the word can have up to 100 characters. If we do 100 to the power of 3, this is a relatively small number that we can handle, which means that we can use brute force here. So let's see how this works. This is quite straightforward. We can iterate patterns from left to right, so we start here, and every time we check if we have the current pattern in the word. How can we check this? Well, we can iterate the characters in the word from left to right. Here we start from A, and given that A is equal to A, and we only have one character here, that's it. We can add 1 to the result. Next, we continue with this pattern, and we repeat the same process. We are iterating the word from left to right. We start with A, which corresponds to the first character in the pattern. So now we continue with the next character, and B is equal to B. So next we continue with C, and these two characters are equal also, which means that this is a valid pattern, so we add another 1 to the result, and this is true. Now we continue with the next pattern, which starts with B. Given that word starts with A, and A is different from B, we can move this character to the next one. Now here we have the first character in the pattern, so we move to the next characters in both cases. C is equal to C, and now we have already seen all the characters in the current pattern, so we can add 1 to the result, and this is 3. Next we have a D. A is different from D, so we continue. B is different from D, so we continue, and C is different from D, so we continue. Now we have already seen all the characters in the word, and we don't have this pattern, so the result stays at 3. If we continue, now we are out of bounds, which means that the result is 3. Time complexity for this approach is big O of n times m, where n is the total amount of characters in patterns and m is the amount of characters in word, and space complexity is big O of 1. So with this in mind, let's see how to code this up. First, we can say that the result is initially 0, and we want to check each pattern. So for P in patterns, we have 2 ways to do this. We can do it automatically in Python by doing if P in word, then result plus equal 1, and after the for loop we can return result. So this should work. Let's submit it. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. And maybe you are wondering how to do this manually. First, we can comment this, go down here and say that m is the length of the pattern. And now we can iterate the characters in the word, so for I in range, length word, and here we can subtract m plus 1. Why? Well, because we can't use a substring that's smaller than the current pattern. Every time here we say that j is equal to 0, and while j is smaller than the length of the pattern, and word that I plus j is exactly equal to pattern at j, meaning both characters are equal, then we update the j pointer, and after the while loop we can check if j is equal to the length of the pattern. If this is true, we add 1 to the result because we have a successful case, and we can break this inner for loop and continue with the next pattern. So after all of this, down here we can return result. This should work also, so let's submit it. As you can see, this works, but the previous solution was slightly more efficient, and that's because of this part, which in Python is optimized in C programming language. This is it for this problem, so if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.